Hello, this is Ernest Burley Jr., your certified financial planner professional, your chartered financial consultant, your NFLPA registered player financial advisor, your investment advisor representative. I hold the Series 6, 63, and 7 that allow me to offer securities products to clients all across the country. I'm your author of 2 books on Money Management, Easy as 1, 2, 3, and Money Management from Grade School to Grad School. These 2 books are being used in various states to help teach money management principles, financial planning principles, and insurance concepts to children, youth, and adults. So go to Amazon and just buy them out by the book, by the not box load, whatever, case load or what have you, right? I appreciate those who are teaching from them now, financial freedom classes with their family, giving them at different events. And I ask that the rest of you do the same, okay? Appreciate you. I'm also a licensed insurance agent with over 30 years experience in the industry. And my business has been in business for over 25 years. So I love the fact that I've been able to help clients across the country in various capacities. So I have clients from the north to the south, from the east to the west. So state lines don't restrict or confine Burley Insurance and Financial Services for helping people all across the country. I focus mainly on wealth management, investing, IRAs. So like I do a lot of rollover IRAs to manage portfolios for clients, also set up portfolios for clients and help them manage and manage what assets that they have. Also asset protection, so protecting what you have accumulated in addition to asset growth. So strategically trying to grow what you have in your possession. Financial planning, whether it be comprehensive financial planning or basic financial planning and consultations, either one, different strokes for different folks. All different types of insurance. So whether it be long-term care insurance, life insurance, auto, home, business, disability insurance, commercial, contractors, church policies, the whole gamut, professional liability, errors and omissions, things of that nature. We cover the whole gamut of insurance products and services for clients, and also athlete management. So on the NFL side, I'm an NFLPA registered player financial advisor. And on the NBA side, I'm an NBPA certified player agent. Okay. So here we go. Purpose of the podcast is to enlighten you, to empower you, and to educate you with clear, unbiased, objective information so you can make some great decisions for yourself and for your family, for your church family, for your friends at work, for whoever you're connected to. That's what the purpose of the podcast is. It just gets good information out there, right? So today's podcast is, I'm just going to jump right on into it. Keep it simple, the simple IRA, right? So some people have heard of a simple IRA, some people have not. So we're going to talk about it a little bit today. All right. So now many people realize that they need to save for the future. A lot of people realize that, even people who don't save for the future realize that that's a truth, that you need to save for the future. Some people actually make the very wise decision, and actually do save some of their money instead of spending it all. I never understood people just spend all their money. I'm like, what are you doing? I mean, well, I guess I do understand it, right? It's it's the me syndrome. It's the instant gratification. It's the microwave society. It's just a basic human weakness that we want things when we want them. We want to get them as soon as we can. So I get that. I understand. But here's the thing. And I like to spend too. I mean, I get it. I like to spend. I like to have nice things. So I get it. I understand that. But here's the thing. You're grown. You're a big old grown up. You're all the way grown. Okay. So act like a grown up. You understand, you have to understand that you have to save some money for the future. So yeah, you're grown. That's not an excuse to say, oh, I just want to spend, I want it now, I want it now. You're grown. Okay. And I'm not letting young folks off the hook either. I'm 25, or my 25-year-old, my 30-year-old, they're just feeling their way through. They're just getting started. No, 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 no. So I know a lot of people can't think, or a lot of 25 years old, 20-year-old, 28-year-old, they can't really think about being 50 or 60 or 70 years old. But you do realize that you once were like 2 years old, right? Then you were 5, then you were 8, then you were 18, then you were 20, then you're 25. You realize you do get older, and you do want to get older, right? You do want to continue to get older. So if you realize that, then you know that you need to have something to live on when you get older, because retirement is not free. A lot of people don't think about that. Retirement is not free. It's not like, well, okay, well, hey, you're retired. Food is free. Don't have you seen any seniors go into the grocery store and just walk out without paying for their food? No, you have not. Um, is housing free? Oh, you don't have to pay rent now. You're retired. Okay. Oh, you don't have to pay your mortgage anymore. You're retired, unless it's paid off, which would be good. Okay. Clothes. Well, don't have to pay for clothes. Don't have to pay for travel. You see senior citizens getting on the plane, they don't have to pay for a ticket. Oh, whoa, come on, boy, you're retired. Come on. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to pay for this flight. You don't have to pay. Does that make sense? You don't have to pay for utilities. You don't have to pay for your cell phone bill. You don't have to pay for insurance. None of that makes sense, right? So if you're retired and you're not earning income anymore, but you still have all these bills you have to pay to live, what are you going to live on if you never saved any money, or if you just saved just a little bit over the 30, 40, 50 years that you've been working? What are you going to live on? And I'm not one, I don't want to be preachy. I guess I did get a little preachy right there. But I want to make it crystal clear, right? You know, you're going to get older, and if you're not saving anything, there's not going to be anything over there for you to tap into. And I want to make it crystal clear that retirement is not free. You have to pay for stuff when you're retired. And if you don't have money coming in to pay for it, what are you going to tap into? Hopefully your retirement savings, because you watch this podcast, right? All right. So today's podcast, I want to mainly talk about the entrepreneur avenue, like the way to save. But this, hey, Roth IRA is different from simple IRA, but a person who wants to, as a matter of fact, anyone who qualifies for a Roth IRA should have a Roth IRA. So, but that's just an aside. The simple IRA is what I'm mainly focusing on now. So there are a lot of entrepreneurs out there, and all at different stages. Some people are just starting out. Some people have been doing it for a while, and some people are making some money. Some people are making a lot of money. Some people are still investing money into their business and not making any money right now. I've been through all those stages, right? Where you're just pouring money into the business to get it going. And then when you start seeing some things happen, you're like, okay, this is pretty cool. So you start making money from the business. So people are at different stages, but what you want to do is as soon as you see you're making a profit, a couple dollars are coming out of that business, set up a simple IRA, set up a retirement plan through the business. And I did a podcast on this talking about entrepreneurship and what have you, where you should pay yourself a salary, right? Have a payroll company, pay yourself a salary. So the money that part of the money coming from your salary will go into that retirement plan pre-tax, right? That's the way you set it up and make sure everything is good to go. And you could just start 50 bucks a month, 100 bucks a month. You're spending that at fast food restaurants every month, right? Some people every week, that much. So just be disciplined and just set up the retirement plan, and just at least have a small amount going in every month, every paycheck, every time you pay yourself, have some money going into that retirement plan so you can build up money over time. The simple IRA is very good. Simple is SIMPLE. It's an acronym. It stands for Savings Incentive Match Plan for Employees. Simple. So that's a very popular and advantageous plan for small business owners. So I highly recommend that plan for a lot of small business owners. There are no annual fees for like record keeping and administration and reporting and things of that nature, because it's an IRA. So that's another reason why small business owners like it, because it doesn't really cost them that big fee that a 401k plan would, which is like, a couple $1,000s a year in administrative cost a lot of times for 401k plans, right? Also, you could put away up to $16,000 in the plan. So in 2024, the limit is $16,000. If you're 50 or older, you can put away another $3,500. So you can put away $19,500 into a simple IRA if you're 50 or older. Now, if you're not 50 yet, 16,000 applies to you. And you can also match yourself like 3%. So if you're paying yourself a $100,000 salary, you could put another $3,000 into your simple IRA, right? So that's $22,500 if you're 50 or older. If you're not 50 yet, then that's 19,000, right? 16,000 plus 3,000. If you're like, hey man, I'm not paying myself that much. Okay, 50,000. 3% of that is $1,500. You could put it away as a match into your retirement plan. If you say, hey, Ernest, I'm only paying myself 20,000 a year. Okay, 3% of that is $600 a year. So, hey, we could do that all day long, right? So that's an advantage for you to be able to do that, to put even more money away into your simple IRA plan. So I highly advocate it. I really highly recommend that you do this if you're a small business owner, but for several reasons. It's very convenient, right? So because you can start it up, no administrative cost, annual cost that would cost on some other plans, because it is an IRA. Also, it's very easy to set up, very easy to set those up. And you can put away, or just chip away at it, like $100 a month, or $100 per paycheck, $50 per paycheck, or what have you. It's not a pension type plan. So if you do have employees, like a pension type plan requires you to put away all the money for your employees, versus the simple IRA, they have to contribute and you're responsible to match them up to 3% of their income up to what they put in, right? So if they only put in $500 that year, their salary is 20,000, 3% of 20,000, 600. So the most you'd have to put away in that case is 600. But if they only put away 500, then that's the most you would have to match them, right? So it's not like a pension plan where you have to put away the same percentage for them that you put away for yourself. So that's another reason why it's very popular for small business owners. And most business owners aren't putting away more than $16,000 a year. So that's if you're saying, hey, I want to put away 20 or 30,000, then we look at a different retirement plan for you. But most small business owners, 16,000 is plenty for them to be putting away every year, because they're not even putting away 1,000 a year, right? I'm trying to break that. So let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. And that's it. I don't want to keep beating the drum. I think I went over it in some pretty good detail. Please, 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 if you're an entrepreneur, a small business owner, as soon as you start getting a couple dollars coming out of that business, and you can see, oh man, I'm made $500 this month. Okay, well, set up that simple IRA and peel off $50 per paycheck or $100 per paycheck to go into that simple IRA, and increase it as you start making more money. Like, oh man, I need to start putting away $500 a month or $500 per paycheck. Now you can't exceed $16,000 a year, okay, or 19.5 if you're 50 or older, right? So that's it. Okay, that's it. I thank y'all for listening in like you do every week. I appreciate you. I thank you for forwarding the podcast to others, and other people viewing and subscribing. I really do appreciate it. So I ask that you forward this. My YouTube channel has all of our podcasts on it. So my YouTube channel is just Ernest Burley Jr. is my name. So you can go there and you can click around. I have a ton of different podcasts that address a whole wide array of various topics. So I talk about real estate. I talk about infinite banking. I talk about tax breaks. I talk about whether you should lease a vehicle or own a vehicle, buy the vehicle, whether you should still be renting your home or renting an apartment, or you should buy, right? Insurance, life insurance, various types of insurance, beneficiaries versus trusts and wills. So I talk about a whole lot of different stuff on my podcast. So please go to the podcast, my YouTube channel, Ernest Burley Jr., forward it to all your friends, family members, church members, co-workers, employers, everyone that you're acquainted with all across the globe, and ask them to do the same. And when you're going into the various podcasts, well, first, when you go into the YouTube channel, please subscribe and also like the various podcasts that you come across, okay? Because I'm sure there's something that can help you out there. I think so, okay? All right. If you want to connect with me, very easy to do. You can email me. My email address is very easy. My first name at my full name.com. So Ernest at ernestburleyjr.com. Or you can go to my website and reach out to me from my website, which is ernestburley.com or ernestburleyjr.com, whichever you prefer. And I have a lot of great information on my website too. So I think you'll have fun on that. And also you can call my firm. 301-262-2600 is the number to my firm. And I'd be more than happy to help you out however I can, answer any questions that you may have. And I think that's it for today's podcast. I just wanted to focus on, hey, I'm not letting the young folks off the hook, and the grown folks, you are grown. You're a big grown person. Don't get me started. So if you know better, do better. You should save for the future. So do it, right? All right. So I have a new thing that I'm doing now. I'm putting up, instead of me saying the disclaimer or the disclosure, I just put it up there for you to read it, right? So there you go. I'm going to count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, I gave you plenty of time to read it, or you could just pause and read it, right? That's my disclosure. And that's today's podcast. I appreciate y'all tuning in like you do every week. Ask that you forward it to everyone else and ask them to do the same. Okay. Until next time, y'all be safe out there and y'all take care. Okay. Bye bye.